In the center of Europe, a key test of military coordination is underway. At the Czech military base in Bechyně, Allied forces are spending the better part of April testing whether during a conflict they would be able to stay in contact and act together. During the international military exercise Federated Cloud 2026, armed forces of several NATO countries met not to simulate a traditional battlefield, but to test its ability to communicate, share data, and make decisions under pressure.
Okay, so this exercise is mainly about, let's say, federated mission networking. And federation mission networking, it was something what was established and discovered during the Afghan war, that all the nations under NATO came to Afghanistan and they discovered that they are not able to share information, their processes are different, and people and operators, they don't understand each other how to do the business.
What might seem like a technical detail at first is actually a structural vulnerability, because interoperability, the ability of different national systems to work together, remains one of the EU and NATO most persistent challenges.
You could buy the modern technology, like the most modern thing what are on the market, but if you cannot use them and you are not, let's say, digitally competent and you could use the data in an effective way, so you need to learn how to do that.
Across the Czech Republic, the exercise simulates a high-intensity multi-domain conflict with jammed signals and disrupted networks.
Mr. Rulíšek, you spent the exercise here on the ground, so how was it for you?
Well, we weren't exactly here in Bechyně. We were for first week in Libava, training sector of army. It was quite good. We learned a lot of things. My squad actually learned a lot from working with the 153rd Engineers Corps, where we were stationed with. And we learned a lot about the camouflage as such. About the communications with radio relay and with the SATCOM as well.
But camouflage no longer means what it used to.
It's about transmission of the signals. So you can be hidden from a visible spectrum, but you still will be visible in different spectrums. So this is the biggest danger for us. So that was a big lesson, how to camouflage ourselves, how to hide from the enemy.
For Brussels, this reflects a deeper transformation. This battlefield is no longer just physical, but also digital. These lessons are being drawn directly from Ukraine, a war that has accelerated Europe's defense adaptation more than any policy paper ever could.
This exercise, really, we are implementing lessons learned, lessons identified from Ukraine. You know how everybody is like daily in the news that you see the other drone attacks, how the technology, ballistic missiles are threatening country. We learned that we have to fully integrate even our rescue system like police, firefighters.
The implications are already visible in EU-level debates on strategic autonomy, defense industrial capacity, joint procurement and interoperability. But exercises like this show how far there is still to go.
And we are sharing, on the one hand, the data and knowledge within the NATO partners like Romania, Slovakia, United States, and on the other hand we have to share the same data with rescue system, like what are the incidents, fires, if there will be some collisions, damages.
This reflects a core shift that modern threats are hybrid. They blur the line between military and civilian domains, and they require a comprehensive response. Another critical issue, often discussed in Brussels but rarely seen in practice, is military mobility.
Actually, our main goals, as a Czech nation or Czech armed forces, is like movement. Yeah. So because we are not the edging areas, but usually we are tasked that we have to maintain the movement of a huge amount of forces through our area and deliver it to the, let's say, area where the conflict probably will be.
Countries like the Czech Republic need to act as a transit hub for Allied forces moving across Europe.
So we have to make corridors. We have to, maintain the sustainability for NATO forces. Yeah, that means that there will be going like thousands of soldiers through our area. So we need to prepare for them. I don't know, moving corridors, food, accommodate them, basic healthcare, etc., etc.
It is a reminder that European defense is not only about deterrence, but also about readiness, infrastructure, coordination, and speed.
In high-intensity conflicts, speed either saves or kills. So is NATO structured to make decisions fast enough?
I think on the NATO, if I'm talking about the NATO, I think soldiers, they are trained on that. The chain of commands are, let's say, proved on every exercise. But of course, it depends on the political decisions and the right guidance.
Because while military structures can be trained and systems can be tested, the response ultimately depends on political will, a challenge that sits at the heart of both NATO and the European Union.
You mentioned Ukraine, but is every single military conflict the same? Are the lessons really applicable?
Yeah, that's a difficult question, because you could see like Ukrainians, nobody believed that they will sustain so long against let's say bigger enemy. So they adapt. They somehow start to use the technology in different way, which nobody even thought about it, like drones and other things. And they still capable to withstand, attacks from Russia. So, but this is one way of the conflict. On the other way around, now we have like Iran, Hormuz. So that's you see that they are using a lot of ballistic rockets. That it's a different type of conflict, but nevertheless, you have to be prepared for every scenario, every variation.
Technology plays an even bigger part of modern warfare. There is still a lot to learn.
We underestimated this exercise, and it bit us quite a lot. I had to insist on an extra vehicle, which we didn't get, and we missed that greatly. Plus the communications between vehicles, because we didn't have a handheld radio stations with us at the time.
Connectivity is crucial, but with it also comes vulnerability, as every system that is linked can also be targeted, and every layer of integration requires protection. This is one of the central challenges facing European defense today: how to build systems that are not only connected but also resilient. For policymakers, the question is therefore not only what capabilities Europe has, but how effectively they can be coordinated, shared, and maintained under pressure.